Got the men queued up here, so welcome once again to our Clash Daytona press conference. And now we've got our men's panel up here. We'll start with, I guess, two men over from my left here. Christian Blumenfeld from Norway. To Christian's right, we've got Ben Canute from the United States. It's four-time Escape from Alcatraz champ, right? I almost wrote five. I'm giving you next year's race already, so I've always felt like it's amazing your strength, or your the thing that makes you so talented as a triathlete is you all different distances. You know, went to the Olympics in 2016. I kept seeing you at World Triathlon events in the mixed relay, and then I'd see a few weeks, months later at a 70.3. I feel like that sets you up really well for a course like this and a race like this.
Yeah, I mean, over my career, I just had a lot of fun racing fast at different distances, and I kind of get that question a lot. And the super sprint stuff helps with the leg speed at the end of this race, but the strength that you need on a course like this helps you out for going 20 minutes all out. But you know, since May or June this year, I've had a really strong build, kind of focusing in on middle distance, and feel that that's also really helped my time trial position, my strength overall on the bike and run, and looking forward to coming back to this course and seeing the improvements I've made.
Should be good. Good little course preview again.
Oh yeah.
See it at speed.
Go ahead. 126 tower radio check.
126, okay.
Stop on the bank.
Yeah. Sounds good.
That's insane. It feels like we're like parallel with the ground, which
30 degrees.
We kind of are. 30 degrees, like this is level.
Yes. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah,
Look at that.
That's insane.
Oh my
That's
god.
nuts. It feels like we shouldn't be able to stay like this.
It's a myth, but people say you have to go at least 45 miles per hour. You do not.
We're here in Daytona. This is one Daytona, the little area that we're staying at, and the stadium just across the street here. Looking forward to a great race. This is the pre-race run. Just gonna head out and do that, but the race is shaping up to be a good one tomorrow. A lot of strong guys on the start list, and should be a pretty spread open field. So yeah, just looking forward to it. Ready to go. Ready to go.
Escape from Alcatraz champion, Ben Canute!
It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity.
Just rough. I just think between Oceanside and here, we just took it really conservative and probably didn't have enough volume in between. So I just felt like I was empty the whole time. The swim just struggled to push it. The bike was never really that comfortable, and watts were kind of low, and just they progressively got lower throughout the ride. And then the run just didn't have good rhythm, good pace, nothing. So it's a hard course to not have a good day on. It's just like I said, it started off mediocre and just went bad from there. So not what I wanted for the end of the year, but yeah, it took all of me to just finish today and try and keep going. So walked away with 6th. Not completely terrible there, but nowhere near where I wanted. So definitely think I need a break and then can refocus for next year. Yeah, that's a pretty stark contrast to what happened in Oceanside. Yeah, I just can't say anything except that was just rough from almost start to finish. Felt good this week coming into the race. Maybe a little stiff in some places, and we didn't do that much work between Oceanside and here because we didn't feel like we needed it, and maybe that was our mistake. Because just, I mean, yesterday on the track, like, just was pushing great power. Thought that this would be just like Oceanside all over again, where I was strong and in control and just kind of going and I mean, woke up fine, did my warm-up and everything, but the start and the swim, I just got in, settled in right behind Mark Dubrick, I think. He had a good lead out, and we got a little gap, and then I took over on the second lap and tried to push transition 1 like I always do, and did an okay job, but not the fastest one there either. And then got onto the bike and just immediately realized that my legs were not all there. Didn't want to count myself out, but just wasn't holding power like I did in Oceanside at all. And then by lap 5, Dietliff caught me, and he was riding strong, and tried to hang with him, and that was about the power to stay with him that I held in Oceanside. So it would have been tough to stay with him regardless, but I feel like I could have been, you know, more competitive, and then I was just stuck in no man's land, getting stiff. Christian and Rudy caught me by, you know, a little over halfway maybe, and I just tried to hang on to them. And you know, credit to everybody who does well here. This is not an easy course, and regardless of me having a bad day, like, those guys were doing well and they were prepared for it. And yeah, it just was downhill from there. The run was just awful. I mean, the ride was basically a zone 3 ride for me, and the run was a zone 2, so just wasn't good. That's it. Got to go back and talk with Jim to really figure it out, but I think it's probably just a volume thing. We just thought end of the year, we're good for Oceanside, but need to probably just coast into this race, not do, like, kind of do the bare minimum. And I think we paid for that. And it's just tough when you have a long year like this, and it sucks to end on a bad race. There were a lot of good things that happened this year. Started off strong with Miami and Texas, and then had some rough races, built my way back and was strong kind of through the second half of the year, and kind of, you know, built all the way through and peaked basically at Oceanside. And then this might have been a bit of a stretch, but, you know, I love this series, and I love racing on these tracks, even though when it's not a good day, it's pretty brutal. So yeah, it's just going to be going back and figuring out, because I mean, I honestly believe if I had the race that I had in Oceanside, I could have been competitive for the podium. But you know, that doesn't matter. If everybody had their best day every time, we would just run the race on paper. So Jim and I always say, you can look at a start list and you can take off half the guys for being, you know, injured, you know, out of shape or not rested or getting the taper wrong or something going wrong during the race. And, you know, I was one of those guys today. So I think that it's just got to go and rest now and reset. And I know that when I hit the training well and we stack up good weeks together, that I'm competitive, and I've got big goals for 2022. So yeah, there's still work to be done, and while this race is not what we wanted, it's not indicative of what we're capable of, and looking forward to, you know, a much more consistent 2022 and taking on big goals.